Juicy, tender, bursting with lots of flavors, this lamb chop recipe is the perfect main dish for you to serve for your guests, or whenever you are feeling to whip up some delicious and mouth-watering lunch or dinner for your family. The recipe is very simple and it takes few minutes to prepare. That means that you're going to save some time and make some delicious food. You'll need very few ingredients to prepare these delicious lamb chops and potatoes. So to start off, you'll need about 5 to 6 medium potatoes. Peel, wash, and chop into bite-sized pieces, just like mine. And I'm going to start off by parboiling my potatoes. Over here, I have a pot. Add in around 4 cups of water. Place in your clean potatoes and add in salt. Cover and boil your potatoes for around 3 to 4 minutes. While my potatoes are parboiling, I'm going to be roughly chopping up my garlic, and I have 4 cloves of garlic. Using my knife, I'm going to smash my garlic and roughly chop. Pick 2 sprigs of fresh rosemary and hold the top part. Hold the top part and remove the leaves. Thyme. Give the rosemary and thyme a rough chop. When done chopping up your garlic, rosemary, and thyme, you're going to be marinating your lamb chops. Transfer your lamb chops to a bowl, then you're going to add in your fresh garlic, rosemary and thyme, half a teaspoon of black pepper, salt, and a tablespoon of cooking oil. Make sure the lamb chops are well coated. This is how your lamb chops should be looking like after coating with the fresh herbs and the cooking oil. So you're going to let this sit for around a minute as you preheat your pan. My potatoes are ready, so I'm going to put out the flames and drain the water. And when you drain water from the potatoes, you're going to let the potatoes sit for around a minute so that the excess moisture can escape. For the recipe, you'll need a cast iron pan or a stainless pan because you're going to be baking the lamb chops in the oven. So first you're going to sear the lamb chops. Immediately the lamb chops hit the hot pan, the fresh garlic, rosemary, and thyme are going to get very flavorful, and the kitchen is going to be smelling so good. I love the aroma that rosemary has. It makes food taste so good. After 2 minutes, I'm going to flip my lamb chops and just look at that sear. Delish. And then you're going to sear for another 2 minutes. If you notice that the lamb chops are sticking on the pan, just add in a little bit of cooking oil because you're going to be adding in some butter. When ready, you're going to transfer to a plate and place in the next round. I'm searing in batches because I need the lamb chops to be well seared because we're looking for that perfect color. Place in my next round. If you happen not to have some fresh rosemary and thyme, you can use dried rosemary. But let me tell you, fresh herbs make a lot of difference. So always go to the market, buy some fresh herbs for your cooking, and it's going to be very delicious. As the lamb chops are searing, you're going to preheat your oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. I'm going to put out the flames and place in the rest of the lamb chops. Make sure the lamb chops are in a single layer. Add in a tablespoon of butter and some fresh rosemary, which is going to add in a very nice buttery taste to the lamb chops. Then we're going to be baking your lamb chops at 200 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. If you love your lamb chops medium rare, you're going to sear for around 6 to 8 minutes. Now that my lamb chops are roasting in the oven, it's time to make my potatoes. So I'm going to place a pan over medium high flame and add in 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. And my potatoes I've roasted for around 4 minutes as I was searing my lamb chops. Spread the oil, wait for around 30 seconds to 1 minute until the oil is ready. And I'm going to be seasoning with a little bit of salt and butter, some fresh rosemary and black pepper. When the oil is ready, I'm going to transfer in my potatoes. Place the potato in a single layer, add in a little bit of salt. Remember, we parboiled the potatoes with salt, so I'm just adding in a little bit to fully season my pan-fried potatoes. Sear for around 1 to 2 minutes on one side or until you notice a very nice golden brown color, and then you're going to flip so that the other side can fry and get very crispy. I love potato recipes because potatoes are very versatile and delicious. Shake the potatoes a little bit just to make sure they're not sticking on the pan, and I absolutely adore potatoes. That means that I have so many potato recipes, and you can check the recipes up here or in the description box. And using a spatula or a tongue, you're going to place the potatoes in a single layer just to make sure each side is well cooking. This is how your potatoes are going to be looking after pan frying for around 5 to 6 minutes. I've had a taste and the potatoes are not well seasoned, so I'm going to add in a little bit more salt and black pepper. Add in butter and toss the potatoes. Cook for around 1 more minute so that the butter can seep into the potatoes and make the potatoes so flavorful and delicious. I'm going to be adding in a little bit of fresh rosemary. And my potatoes are ready. My lamb chops also are ready, so I'm going to clear my space and then we're going to be plating. When your lamb chops are ready, they're going to be looking so delicious, buttery, and so tender. The potatoes will turn out crispy on the outside, tender on the inside, with a very nice buttery flavor because we added in some butter. So this combo makes some delicious main dish that you can serve for your guests or for your family, and everyone is going to enjoy. I love simple recipes that turn out so good, just like this one.